Skibbity ring, raggedy doo. How are you? How are you? How are you, Pat? How are you, Pat? How are you, Pat? My name is Britton and your name is Pat.
Skibbity toilet. I'm doing great, Brit.
Skibbity toilet, you say?
Skibbity toilet. That's what the kids are into.
Skibbity toilet?
You never heard of Skibbity toilet?
No, what's Skibbity toilet?
Well, let me tell you. Okay, there's a war happening between Skibbity toilets and the radio men. You never seen any of this?
No, I have no idea. What you're saying is absolute fucking nonsense to me.
Absolute fucking nonsense.
It's something not Zoomers are into, but the generation after, the younger children. It's there's a war between like toilets that have human heads coming out of them, and toilets are really evil, and they're saying like a skibbity stuff, and then like there's like these other, and they're fighting like these. The toilets are evil, and then there's like these guys with like radio heads that are the good guys. The band Radiohead.
Tom York is the good guy.
And they're the good guys, and they're fighting the skibbity toilets, and they go around and they have to flush the toilet, which seems like that's a built-in like weakness of these things that I feel they would easily be defeated. They just got to go, but the toilets they go around destroying these cities and stuff. But then like the radio men have to go and flush the toilet, and it flushes the head
Patrick
down into the thing.
I gotta call your psychiatrist.
Guess what? I don't have one. I'm taking on reality raw.
You are clearly schizophrenic.
This is a real thing.
This is not a real thing.
This
Patrick.
is a real thing.
Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet is real. They're real to me.
Skibbity toilet is something you say before you expose yourself in public and claim to be God.
I always think about it when you go the skibbity doo. I always think about skibbity toilet, and I can say, yeah.
That's not a thing, man.
It is a thing.
That can't possibly be a thing.
All right, after this, I want you to look up skibbity toilets,
and
you're going to go down a hole. You're going to go down a hole.
Oh, I'm going down a hole later. You know what I mean?
A skibbity toilet hole. I mean, I shouldn't know about this. I'm too old to know about skibbity toilets.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Is like I almost don't believe you because like you have no reason. Like you have if you had a kid or even like a nephew you were close to, that'd be like fine. Okay, you learn this through a kid, but no. I know you're not like close with any children in your life.
No, I have my nieces, but yeah, we don't. They're
not skibbity toilet pilled.
They're not skibbity toilet pilled. No.
No.
Yeah, I don't think they know.
The
about
Radiohead core.
Yeah. I don't know if they know about the skibbity toilet war that's happening.
No, right. Do you think the skibbity toilet war? Do you think the skibbity toilets are Israel?
You know what? Yes, because the skibbity toilets are seen to constantly. They're very well funded and have a lot of arsenal. And so they arsenal. Oh my god!
Butts go on the skibbity toilet.
Yeah, because they're shown they have like they can fly. They have they have like rocket launchers attached to the sides of the toilet.
Can you poop in them though?
No, you don't poop in the skibbity toilet because if you flush them, they die. So so the toilets
do they
aren't even
disappear? Or do they like turn into real toilets? How do they die?
Their head swirls around and then goes in, and then the skibbity toilet dies.
Like, does it disappear though? Like, what happens to
it?
Its body?
Disappear. The head gets flushed down, and then like the toilet just falls over. So then it just becomes a regular toilet. But
so it becomes a regular toilet, is what you're saying. So it doesn't disappear. You can take a shit in it after you kill it.
Oh yeah, you know what? I guess you could take a shit in it. Yeah.
Okay, so
maybe that's why they're fighting, because the radio men.
So perhaps what I'm thinking here is the toilet's just unionized finally. And I don't think they're the bad guys.
That could be true, because
I think they're the bad guys because of our colonialist fucking, world hegemony fucking, empire perspective.
Yeah, because like at first, like the skibbity toilets are shown to be the size of normal toilets. But then in other videos, they constantly shown to be getting larger and larger, where they're actually like a single skibbity toilet can pose a direct threat to entire cities. Like they're huge. They're like they're basically Godzilla sized.
Right.
And the radio guys, they also increase in size along with the skibbity toilet. So there's this constant like arms race between the skibbity toilets. War. Yes, yeah.
That's what's going on with penises right now.
And it also shows like maybe the radio men, because the toilets are trying to become too large for the radio men to use after they flush them.
Right.
But so the radio men are also like getting larger, so they can also take shits in the skibidi toilets after they kill them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting theory.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too well versed in skibidi toilet lore. I mean, it seems
think
like
you
I am.
are.
It
I
seems
think
like
honestly,
I am.
you just like broke down an entire universe and answered all of the questions I had about it. I think you're qualified. I think you're a qualified skibidi toilet professor.
All
my
right.
friend.
I am the skibidi toilet professor.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah. If anyone's listening at home, I'm not insane. If everyone's wondering that this is real, it is real. There's skibidi toilets. Take my word on it.
Yeah.
Like, look up. Bush did skibidi toilet.
Do it, Patrick. Patrick, do it. Patrick, do it.
Where the skibidi toilet was.
Do it. Do it. You are God. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it. All right. Yeah, I'll become the skibidi toilet professor.
Why are you saying do it?
I don't know. Do what?
What?
Join the skibidi toilet war.
Are you hearing things again, Patrick?
Yes, I am.
Are you hearing things in your headphones?
Why are you holding that knife? Why are you holding that toilet?
Put my toilet down, Patrick. Didn't do anything.
It didn't do anything.
It's just covered in piss. Yeah.
From the skibidi toilet.
Yeah. What do you do with the dried piss on your toilet?
Lick it off.
Cool. It's the right answer, baby. It's the only way to clean it. The only way to make sure it's clean is use the old, either use the toothbrush and then use it to brush your teeth, or just like use the tongue.
Oh yeah. The tongue is nature's cleaning device.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Are you looking at nudes?
No.
I think you're looking at nudes.
I'm
man.
not looking at nudes.
Were you I think you were looking at nudes.
I was not looking at nudes.
Put your nudes away for the podcast, brother. Because you know what we're doing today is we're reviewing 2005's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah. So this movie was directed, so it was released in 2005 on April 28th, a couple weeks after my birthday.
We're doing Hitchhikers?
Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's I think that's what I said.
Yeah, I never saw this movie.
Hopefully you watched it for the podcast.
I did.
Okay, good. So you did see this movie.
But I didn't see it like it's released. I was like trying to think of like when it was released, and when I saw it was 2005, I'm like, damn, what was I doing? I didn't see this, but
Yeah. So, budget for this movie was actually take a guess. What do you think his budget for this was in 2005?
it seemed pretty high to me.
It is actually pretty high.
I'm gonna guess little less than 100 million.
It's actually 45 to 50 million.
Oh,
so
that's not bad, yeah.
Yeah, not terrible.
But still, like, I guess a lot for 2005. That's probably on par with most movies now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, considering inflation and stuff. So it was probably it'd probably be a couple hundred. I wonder what that would be. Do the inflation calendar.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. How much do you think it made at the box office?
Not a lot. I don't remember it doing well.
It actually did pretty well.
Really?
105 million, so it more than doubled its budget.
Interesting.
Which is for any movie is pretty good.
Which is strange that they
It's a success.
They never made any sequels.
Yeah, because there's like 4 sequel books to this, which I think you were saying earlier you haven't read any of them.
I have not read them. Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't. They're very very something you would read. They're like a silly book, like Confederacy of Dunces. Like I put them in the same category.
They seem like a sci-fi Terry Pratchett.
Yeah. I mean, Terry Pratchett did some sci-fi. I mean, Ringworld is all sci-fi.
Yeah,
so.
Ringworld's sci-fi.
So
I also kind of think of it more as fantasy, almost, in a sense.
Yeah, you're right. It is a lot of fantasy. It gets into a lot of stuff, though. It's a big-ass series.
Yeah.
So this movie was directed by Garth Jennings, who is best known as a music video director, and he directed a ton of actually pretty big music videos, especially in Britain by like bands like Blur, Fatboy Slim, stuff like that in the 90s. So he was actually a very like on-call music video director.
I was going to say, did he do like the one Fatboy Slim music video I was thinking of? Like, no, wait, that was famously done by Spike Jonze.
Yeah, Spike Jonze did the 2 huge ones of his.
Yeah.
The
one
the
with
one
Christopher
where,
Walken.
and also the one where he leads the dance, because Spike Jonze is actually the guy who does the dance in Praise You.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That's actually him, like in that bus station or whatever they did it in, which is pretty fun.
It's fun.
So yeah, Garth Jennings. He didn't really direct more. He's directed a lot of TV after this, but not really that many more feature films. He did Son of Rambow.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, and he brought a lot of people along with him, including the guy who made music for this film. And a lot of these people were like first-time kind of like filmmakers. The guy who did the music, the guy who directed it. Yeah, it was first time for a lot of them, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, you want to? Oh, and should we talk about the cast or just go at them as we go through the movie? Yeah, let's go through the movie. Yeah. So, movie starts off, and it says that humans are the third most intelligent species on Earth, after mice and then dolphins. Or dolphins and mice.
It doesn't reveal mice at
That's
first.
true. That's true.
It's like, the second is the dolphin.
Yeah, and it plays a song called So Long and Thanks for All the Fish.
I love this song.
It's so corny, and it plays an extended version at the very end as well. And it's so corny.
I love the song. I thought it was. It had me hook, line, and sinker because I love dolphins. I love like absurd dolphin singing. Like, I don't know, just like it's a very bizarre song.
You love absurd dolphin singing.
Yes.
You're telling me you're really not schizophrenic. Like, come on.
All right. I love it when they hang out with the skibbity toilets. I love that kind of shit. Like,
I want a skibbity toilet dolphin party. Give me that skibbity toilet dolphin party.
No, that beginning scene was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah. So basically, the dolphins just all fly up into space.
Yes. Yeah. There's it's like they found their own way to space, and like. Yeah, and I think the narrator is Stephen Fry. It is
Stephen Fry. I was just going to mention that. Yeah. The cast of this movie is fucking stacked.
It is stacked.
Like from head to toe. I'm guessing they probably spent most of their money, most of their budget just on like people, because like there's a lot of like A-listers in here.
Yeah.
Or like high B-listers.
And I was surprised also they kind of like, I think, misused Warwick Davis.
Yeah, they did.
Because he doesn't have an actual part per se. He's just the guy in the suit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, because he's been that role before.
But like I don't think like that role was really expanded enough to justify Warwick Davis in it.
You know, we love to see little actors getting roles, so we'll take it. It's fine.
But I think he would have done an excellent voice.
Warwick Davis is the Doug Jones of being short.
Yes. But I think Doug Jones, he was kind of screwed over in Hellboy because the first Hellboy movie, like Doug Jones was Abe Sapien, and his voice got dubbed over by David Hyde Pierce.
Oh, interesting.
And
it's a good voice though. David Hyde Pierce has a great voice.
It's a very good voice, especially for like the Hellboy movie universe, Abe Sapien. And I think they rectified that in the sequel, where I guess they realized, Doug Jones is a great actor. So Doug Jones was able to do his voice for the sequel. Yeah.
Nice. So, immediately we have Martin Freeman is Arthur Dent, who is like the main character, protagonist of this entire series. He's just a human, with a little house somewhere in England, and they're trying to build a highway through his house. He wakes up to the sound of backhoes and stuff, going to tear down his house to build a bypass. Ford Prefect, a friend of Arthur's, played by Yasin Bey, probably better known to people as Mos Def.
Yeah, I didn't realize Mos Def changed his name.
Yeah, he's Muslim.
Yeah, to Yasin Bey until I looked him up, because like I was thinking about him recently because I had a clip from Be Kind Rewind was making its rounds online.
I actually kind of like Be Kind Rewind.
Yeah,
I saw that in the theater, and I was so stoned that at the end of the movie, I was like, what happened?
But I was thinking about him recently, and then like he appeared, and I was like, oh yeah, like why isn't he acting more? I think he's
good. He's good. Actor. He was also, I think, was it on Assault on Precinct 13, the remake of that or something, or 13 Blocks or something like that. I think it was 13 Blocks was the name of the film.
Oh, no,
it's him and I want to say Bruce Willis or something like that.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Interesting. I never saw that movie.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, but and he's very good at just playing very, very, very like silly characters,
Eccentric characters,
very
I'd
eccentric
say.
characters, and like I thought his performance in this was really good.
He was, honestly, like the entire cast is very good at their jobs.
Oh yeah.
We'll get into that, but like I think there's like a clear like winner in performance in this film.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, absolutely.
He steals every scene he's in.
I love Sam Rockwell. Like I think he's underutilized a lot. Like I love Moon. I think Moon's a great movie.
Honestly, I honestly don't think he should be cast as a leading man as much. He's a better character actor. He looks like a leading man, but he is so good at weird characters.
He is, and I do like, and I think he does. Doesn't he go on and play George W. Bush and something else? Because I feel he does kind of like a George W. Bush impression almost for for this character, and
a little bit, yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of that mixed with Camacho from Idiocracy.
Yeah. It's definitely a Camacho / George W. Bush type character.
Yeah. So, Ford Prefect brings a cart full of beers and peanuts for the workers and is like, hey, beers for everyone if you don't tear the house down. And so they go and take a beer break. He explains, they go to the pub. He gets Arthur to go to the pub with him, and he orders 6 pints of bitter. And he's like, really, at lunchtime? And he's like, yeah, the world's going to end. And he says he's an alien from the vicinity of Beetlejuice, and a journalist working on the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a universal guidebook. Ford warns that the Earth is to be demolished later that day by a race called the Vogons to make way for a hyperspace bypass. So now, they're going to get destroyed no matter what. His house is going to get destroyed. Poor Arthur.
Yeah.
Arthur has a flashback where he meets Zoe Deschanel, who gives him a fake name. Sam Rockwell shows up, and he's kind of awesome. Total Chad.
Yeah. He's just like, want to go to my spaceship?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to say Zoe Deschanel, she does not age. She seems like she's an immortal.
No, she's constantly like 24 years old, and she always has been.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's a Highlander.
She's getting the adrenochrome.
Yeah, she's getting adrenochrome.
Yeah, people are like Bill Clinton. I'm like, Bill Clinton is a fucking skeleton. Like that dude like has more wrinkles than his ball sack.
Yeah, he is not doing adrenochrome. If he is, he's doing the wrong kind.
Yeah, he's doing the old man adrenochrome.
He's not doing the Zoe Deschanel adrenochrome.
Yeah, they're taking it from like a baby, but the baby is Benjamin Button.
And the baby hasn't been terrified to make the adrenochrome.
True.
So like he's just getting that bootleg adrenochrome that's from non-scared babies, or maybe not
non-scared baby men.
Not scared baby men. So it's just like you got that you have to scare the baby in order to extract adrenochrome.
Right. Otherwise, it's it's flat. It's like flat Pepsi.
But I would say Zoe Deschanel is probably like I like the Highlander theory, or I mean because like I don't see her sucking the fear out of children.
True.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, she's too like cute.
Yeah,
she's a very adorable person.
Yeah, like I can't see her biting into a back of an infant's neck and sucking out the fear.
That's what makes her the best candidate to do it. Is you never expect her.
You never expect Zoe Deschanel to eat a baby.
It's like the teen girl on Interview with the Vampire.
It's true.
Right.
Yeah.
At least last person you'd expect. So, as the Vogon fleet arrives in orbit to destroy Earth, Ford rescues Arthur by putting his thumb up with like this ring on it, and it like sends a light up into the sky, and it's a hitchhiking device for getting them on board ships. And they get on board one of the Vogon ships, and they're stowaways. The Vogons announce that they're destroying the planet and commence demolition, and the people of Earth are like, "Wait, that's not fair." And they make a callback because earlier Arthur was talking to the people trying to demolish his house, and they're like, "Oh, we had the plans posted up at the office," and he's like, "But they were in the basement. I had to go to the basement to see them." And so the Vogons are like, "Yeah, we've had the plans up for 50 years in our basement office."
Yeah, like or Alpha Centauri or something. It's very just like the cruel bureaucracy that like the Vogons and just like they're in place of our own and just show how cruel and bureaucratic and evil like our systems are.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so maybe we should start talking a little bit about like how this relates to the book, why it was made into the movie, why maybe they didn't make more movies. So you didn't read the book. I read all the books when I was younger. I don't remember everything about them. I feel like this movie, though, when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, it actually gets most things right. The thing about the book...
That's what I asked you, because I was like looking, I was doing some research. I was just like, it says like there are deviations from the book.
There are.
And I was just like, oh, so... Because I wonder if it's sort of like a Naked Lunch type situation.
No, it's not Naked Lunch. Naked Lunch, like the movie and the book, are not the same piece
completely different.
They're not the same piece of media at all.
No. Like the movie's coherent.
Yeah, the movie kind of has a storyline, and
it's kind of modeled after William S.
Cronenberg,
Burroughs.
right?
Yeah, it's Cronenberg. Yeah, it's kind of modeled after William S. Burroughs' life.
Right.
More of taking elements from the book, because like I read the book, I'm like, oh, I love the movie, I'm gonna love the book, and I'm just like, it's just like
the book's kind of
the man is hung from and the sperm falls on the floor, and it's just like, okay, what's going on here?
You're like,
Keep going. I'm almost finished.
Yeah, I was reading because like, yeah, the book was kind of put together by William S. Burroughs' friends,
Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg. I want to say Burroughs was on a heroin bender down in Mexico City. But he had like this advance to write this book, and so the fucking publishing company was like, get someone down there, get his fucking friends down there. So Kerouac and Ginsberg, both on tons of drugs themselves at the time, went down there and just pieced together like a bunch of his writings into a semi-coherent work of fiction that's really like kind of a mess.
Yeah,
but it was big. It was big. Yeah, people liked it because people were on fucking drugs and shit.
I love that. We should review that movie. I love that movie.
Well, if the people vote for it, we'll get into that.
Yeah,
I don't care. Who cares?
Who cares?
So
fuck democracy.
We get the opening credits now, and actually, I really like the music in this movie by Joby Talbot. They didn't work on much ever again. They worked on Son of Rambo. And then they've worked on like a few television things and a couple other movies, but nothing major, which is kind of surprising. A lot of people in this movie never really had great success afterwards.
Except for the actors, like
all the actors. Yeah. I mean, they were already super successful before this, though. So, except for maybe Zooey Deschanel, I don't remember her really coming out of the scene until maybe the early 2000s. So
yeah, she did that one. Was it Gossip Girl or whatever? Or no, not Gossip Girl.
The girl, no.
The girl something.
The girl next door. No. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The Girl Show.
The Girl. Yeah. This fall, one girl, one show. The Girl Show.
I never watched it. I was just like, it doesn't seem. Not my tempo, but she has a lot of stuff. Yeah, like lots of movies that require like large blue eyes to be staring at you. Yeah. She's like in the romantic comedy is like the cute girl next door who like looks up at you before she kisses you. Yeah, she was an elf.
Yeah, she was an Elf. I guess she was pretty big at this point then, because Elf was around here.
Yeah, I think Elf just had its like 20-odd year anniversary. So
okay, wild. Yeah. So Ford Prefect tells Arthur that Earth was destroyed and gives him a towel for survival, and introduces him to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Arthur and Ford are shortly discovered and are tortured. Or they try to torture them with Vogon poetry, which is supposed to be the third worst poetry in the entire galaxy. But it has no effect on Arthur, and they are thrown out of an airlock to die until they are picked up by the starship Heart of Gold. I really like the design of the Vogons here. I think they're pretty well Muppeted up.
Yeah, it took me a while to realize they were actually Muppets and not just regular British people.
Goddamn, fucking bodied, baby.
Yeah, they just look like old British men.
Yeah,
which
you're not wrong.
It makes sense because they are this British writer, and there's a lot of British influences on like.
It's a British man making fun of British culture through the lens of a comedy sci-fi thing. So now they're on the starship Heart of Gold, and there they find Ford's semi-cousin, Zaphood Beeble Bro. Do you think it's okay for them to have sex if they're semi-cousins? What are you doing, semi-cousin?
Well, I think they said they have two of the same mothers.
Okay, so do you think it's okay for them to have sex?
No.
Tell me why not.
I mean, I feel like they're more brothers than cousins, but but I'm not sure about how the alien stuff works. So,
well, yeah, you're not. you gotta think outside the box, and by box I mean the human vagina.
Got to think outside the buns.
Oh,
the
yeah.
buns that they're going to be having sex with.
Yeah, the hamburger buns.
Yes.
But what do you think would be like the best bread to try to have sex with? You think maybe like poking a hole in a baguette?
Maybe.
Make that a
faggot.
Maybe like a sourdough bowl.
Why sourdough bowl?
It's big. It's fluffy. I guess it's too crusty though.
It is a little crusty, but I feel like you want a crusty like opening, so that's like kind of more like.
It won't instantly collapse.
Exactly. It won't just like get wet and like disintegrate. Right.
I feel you. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it's hard. Sound off in the comments. Like what bread you would have sex with.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. Let us know on the Discord what's bread you would have sex with.
You're going for sourdough bowl. I'm going for everything bagel.
Everything bagel.
I like it when.
I like it when them poppy seeds get up in my urethra.
I feel that would be too rough. That's the thing. Like
that's what I like a rough.
I think like a soft dinner, like a bunch of soft dinner rolls together would be nice.
Oh, you just get a pile of King's Hawaiian rolls.
Oh yeah, I think that'd be that's the best because it's because I think anything else would be too abrasive.
Yeah, just get a big pile of King's Hawaiian rolls, pour some turkey gravy all up on there, make it like a mashed potato volcano. Stick it in.
Unfortunately, I don't think King's Hawaiian rolls are vegan, so I don't think
they're not. No. Nope.
Damn.
Bummer.
Oh, I should make some vegan King's Hawaiian rolls.
That's not possible.
Probably not. I made some really good dinner rolls for Thanksgiving. They were really fucking good.
Yeah, they want it's actually illegal. The government won't let you make vegan King's Hawaiian rolls.
The state of Hawaii would execute me.
Yeah, they'll send a guy in a Hawaiian shirt and a hula skirt to your house and fucking murk you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm like, is that Israel's what is his name? Like the singer of
Big Cousin Is.
Yeah, Big Cousin Is. Like, yeah, I never died. I'm here to kill you. I couldn't kill you with my ukulele.
Yeah, he'd be a good person to bring back.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he'd be an awesome zombie.
Or just like bring him back to full life. I think he has another song in him.
We need more fat zombies. We don't really have any like really fat zombies that I can think of.
Not really. I mean, I guess in like the Left 4 Dead type video games, there's one called bloaters that are kind of chubby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you jerk off bloater? You think he's bloated because his balls got too
he's
big?
full of like acid or something.
I think he's full of cum. I think his balls got too big and now he's full of cum. He just needs someone to give him like 3 strokes and he's gonna become a normal zombie.
It's kind of like how a lot of ghosts they appear because there's like unfinished business in life.
Yeah.
And so like the bloaters are full of cum because they didn't have sex enough.
Right.
And
like,
during
brain.
I want the brain. Yeah, but yeah, it's just like they're just trying to bust. So yeah, I can see that trying to fulfill like things he didn't fulfill in life.
Yeah, we never talk about like the ghosts who have unfinished sexual business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think What's It Called does What We Do in the Shadows has an episode about that kind of.
Okay. Yeah, they go a lot of places.
Yeah, like what's his face? Matt Berry has sex with his own ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, I died before I was able to come. and so then like he jerks him off and
that's pretty cool.
On. Yeah.
So we learn now that Zaphood Beeblebro is the newly elected president of the entire galaxy,
which I think it kind of explains his sort of like George W. Bush inflection that he has a lot. He kind of rotates accents a bit.
Well, yeah, because he has different heads.
He has different heads, but also just like his main head. He sounds very George W. Bushish for a while, then he sounds and he also kind of is very dumb.
Yeah.
he plays it very dumb. So
yeah, and Sam Rockwell I can't tell you enough how great he is in this role.
He is.
Like, after having like read the books recently, when I watched this movie, I was like, that was like perfect casting. I can't think of anybody else in that role, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like Jim Carrey or something, but that he would have overdone it.
Yeah, he probably would have. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, I think like, yeah, Sam Rockwell does have that sort of like brashish he's like handsome, but in a very like roguish way. And
yeah, almost like a younger George Clooney type feeling.
Yeah, he's kind of like a guy that definitely looks like a charming shithead.
Yeah, like a guy who would wear a suit and like put his brow down at you to try to get his way.
He's like, hey baby, I got a spaceship. You want to go check it out?
Yeah, I got a spaceship in the bottle. You, me, and the bottle makes three. That's so creepy. This has been the Soy Trek Creepy Hour. Creepy ASMR just for you. So
happy nightmares.
Zapid Beeblebro has stolen the Heart of Gold along with Trisha McMillian, also known as Trillian, an Earth woman who Arthur had met previously, who we saw in the flashback, played by Zooey Deschanel. And they also meet Marvin, the paranoid android. From the Radiohead album.
Yeah.
Yep, Paranoid Android.
Yeah, voiced by Alan Rickman.
Yeah, voiced by Alan Rickman. And in the suit, none other than Warwick Davis, also known as Willow, also known as the fucking little Ewok in fucking Return of the Jedi and the Ewok special and all those things.
Which it does make me sad. Like, I love Alan Rickman, but also, like, you know, I do feel like Warwick Davis was kind of like screwed over a bit. Just like,
yeah, because he's a fine actor.
He's a fine actor, and I don't know if you ever seen
Life's Too Short. I just put it on my server. It's great.
I love that show. And
it's very funny.
I mean, it's so funny because I think he shows in that, like, he kind of
he's got range.
Yeah, he plays like sort of like a Curb Your Enthusiasm version of himself,
right? And
so he's able to have that sort of like dickishness. He's able to convey that dickishness and like just frustration very well, and I think he would have done a fine job also being the voice. Yeah. But you know, Alan Rickman does have a distinctive voice.
Yeah. He does. I'm kind of annoyed when he's like, "Oh, yes, Mr. Potter."
Yes, Mr. Potter. But yeah, I don't think Marvin's role in this film is that large.
No, and he does play a larger role in the book.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing. But I feel like, you know, you could have like gotten away with Warwick Davis doing both, you know, both parts of that. Or
you could have just made him really big and put Alan Rickman in the robot costume.
Yeah, well, is that the thing? Is like, is Marvin very short in the books?
Yeah, he's a little robot.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. But Marvin's a clinically depressed robot. Arthur definitely has a thing for Trillian, and they have a moment here. They won't fuck, or he wants to fuck her. Maybe she wants to fuck him. I don't know.
It is very coincidental that he like is talking about her right before the world's blown up, and she's the only other human survivor.
That's true.
Yeah, and also like that's one thing like I kind of didn't like about this movie is that there's a lot of importance put on like just their chance meeting at a party.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the crux of the film is like the one and only kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't feel like I don't know. It's just like just to have that fleeting moment at a party, and then like, you know, he's kind of like almost later like shaming her for like going off with Zephoid. Is that his name? Zephoid?
Zaphod.
Zaphod. Like it's just like you talk to her for like 5 minutes at a party, dude. Like you have like she's her own person. You can't just be like, you walked off with that really handsome guy with swag.
You don't know the rule where if you talk to a girl for 5 to 10 minutes at a party, you own them?
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's the right of parties.
Yes, it's the right of parties.
Yeah.
It's like, I talked to you for 10 minutes at a party, so we're married now.
Yeah. Put the ring on.
Put the ring on.
Yeah, just that whole relationship between them kind of felt like kind of creepy, and I felt like him kind of like being shitty to her about that was kind of unnecessary.
It was. I think that happened in the book though, and know the book was written in like the 60s or 70s, so it's by a white British man, and so even though it's making fun of a lot of things that deserve to be made fun of. it still has some worldviews and things like that that
Yeah.
I feel like are kind of outdated.
I did read apparently that blonde woman at the bar in the beginning was the woman who played Trillian in the radio show.
Oh, interesting. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's like a blonde woman just staring at Ford and Arthur and the bar, and that's the, and I guess like the director like actually didn't know that when
No shit. That's kind of funny.
it just happened that way. And
That's wild.
that's so funny.
So Zapad, who has multiple faces with different personalities, and they're all played very well, introduces Ford to the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster, the best drink in existence. and Ford asks him about the multiple head thing, and Zapad explains that you can't be president with a full brain, and so he split them between multiple brains, which, okay, that's an interesting commentary, I guess. It's not that clever.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, Trillian shows Arthur a knife that toasts bread while you slice it, and also a lot of other nifty inventions.
That I would like.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We could do that now. Why don't we?
Because I feel like it's kind of...
Stupid.
Yeah. You're making a very hot electric knife. That sounds dangerous.
That's a fire hazard.
That's a big hazard altogether.
Yeah. Damn it. I mean, I watched that and I was just like, ooh, I want some toast right now. I want a sandwich. I want a club sandwich.
Yeah. I mean, they do make a thing called a fucking toaster.
I put those hash brown patties in the toaster today.
How was that?
Good. Came out good.
Came out good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was going to start a fire or not.
Yeah, because it does have some oil that drips down.
Yeah, it started sizzling a bit, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, you ever been to a Sizzler?
I don't think so. I think they're basically extinct. There is one near South Center Mall.
There was. They think they took that one.
Oh, they canceled it down. Yeah,
the Sizzler's gone.
Oh, poor Sizzler. They do. Is this where they reference the Sizzler?
No.
No. I watched a movie. Where they reference a Sizzler, and I was just like, yeah, Sizzler.
No, I don't think the Sizzler existed in like 1970s Britain.
Probably not.
No. So, Zapad, we find out, is seeking the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything, which is also the name of one of the resulting sequel novels of these. To match the disappointing answer given by the supercomputer Deep Thought. And it has a scene where Deep Thought, who is played by the wonderful Helen Mirren, the very hot Helen Mirren, gives an answer to the question of life, universe, and everything. And that answer is 42, being that they don't know the question in the first place. So Zapad believes the answer lies on the planet Magratha, only accessible using the Heart of Gold's improbability drives through trial and error. And the improbability drives basically just send you somewhere random, like in space and time.
Yeah, there's a lot of like talking about the probability of things happening that just happen, just like by coincidence. And I thought there was going to be more kind of like, because like it seems like Arthur is the center of a lot of these coincidences that are just like almost impossible.
Well, he's the one. He's like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, he's the one. Yeah, because like it's like it demonstrates how improbable it would be to be picked up in the middle of dead space. Which also, like, they give wrong information on how you can survive in open space. They say take a big breath of air and...
Oh, no. Oh, no, they got it wrong. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy got space survival wrong? No.
Yeah. But, like, because like, in space, like, air just tries to escape your body, like, instantly. Like, it just tries to go out from all directions, so...
And so you need to do all your farts before you leave the airlock.
Do all your farts, like, get all the air out of your body, and then go into deep space. But no, like I thought there was going to be more on just like the improbability of all of these events surrounding Arthur happening, and I don't think there is at the end.
Do you think you can gape in space, or would that like collapse you?
You know what? I'm not an expert.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Fire up the rocket.
If you gape in space, can anyone hear you? Can anyone
in space, no one can hear you gape.
Yeah, I mean, you would be the only one that knows. You know, if someone gapes in the forest, is anyone around there to smell it?
I mean, a gape doesn't necessarily smell like anything. I mean, if you douche well, it smells like nothing. Like a well douched butt rocks. That shit clean as a whistle.
Thick as a thistle.
Anyway, so on one attempt of using the improbability drive, they arrive at Vitvoodle 6, where Zappad's opponent, Hamakuvla, played by motherfucking John Malkovich, resides.
John Malkovich.
John Malkovich. No, that was bad. Kavula offers the coordinates of Magrathea in exchange for Zaphod recovering the point of view gun, which is a gun created by Deep Thought that makes anyone it blasts temporarily see things from the shooter's perspective. Yeah. What would you do with that?
Man, I guess I would just use it to shoot, I'd use this fictional gun to shoot, a lot of like heads of state.
But then they just see things from your perspective.
That they should die.
Oh yeah, so then they just put the gun in their mouth immediately.
Yeah, they would be like, "You're
like
right."
Secret Service agent, give me your sidearm. So, Trillian is captured by the Vogons as they depart, and Ford, Zappad, and Arthur mount a rescue effort on the Vogon homeworld. Before her rescue, Trillian learns that Zappad signed the order for the destruction of Earth himself.
Yeah, but inadvertently, he thought he was signing a autograph.
Yeah, thinking that he was just signing an autograph for a Vogon, which was pretty funny.
Yeah, and this just shows that he's just like a fucking bimbo or himbo.
Yeah, definitely.
I was thinking, like, as I was like, I just looked up, like, Sam Rockwell is perfect at playing himbos.
Yeah, like on Moon, he's kind of a himbo.
Yeah, and 3 Billboards outside of.
Like great film.
Yeah, 3 Billboards. He's like just a himbo cop, just a complete moron.
Yeah, he's very good at it.
Yeah.
So, the group escapes the Vogons, followed by Galactic Vice President Questular Rontok and the Vogons. They arrive at Magrathea, but Trigger is automated defense systems, so they're being chased by missiles now. Arthur reactivates the improbability drive to transform the missiles into a bowl of petunias and a whale.
This was one of the funnier moments for me.
Yeah, and this is like one of the funnier moments in the book too, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like the whale scene is very funny. A lot of people actually have like tattoos of the whale and stuff.
Oh, really?
The whale in the sky, yeah.
Yeah.
And the whale is played by none other than Bill Bailey.
Oh, really?
Yes, I think Scottish comedian Bill Bailey.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like the whale's like commentary inside its head. Like,
of like, oh, what's that coming up close to me? It's a new friend. I think I'll call it ground. High ground, splat.
I'm alive. This is a tail? Yeah. I liked it. Yeah. It's got just sad too because he instantly just like splats, but
yeah,
it's great.
Yeah. But him turning the missiles turning into a whale allows them to land safely on the planet as the whale splats.
I actually thought like the improbability drive was going to come in handy at the end, restoring life on Earth. That
would make sense in a way, but that's very improbable as well, I'd say.
But
of this is improbable.
But it's all improbable.
Everything's improbable, baby.
That's why I was just like, oh, that's how they're going to undo the Earth or something, or undo like
redo the Earth.
Undo the Vogon's damage. They were going to. Like, it was going to pop out of existence again as Earth, and it was going to be exactly the same. But
nothing's ever the same, baby.
Nothing's ever the same.
So Zappad, Ford, and Trillian enter a portal to arrive at Deep Thought, though Arthur and Marvin are stranded outside the portal. They learn from Deep Thought that after coming up with the answer 42, its creators had Deep Thought design another computer to come up with the question that the answer to is 42. And that computer is Earth. Big reveal. This was kind of the big reveal in the book, and it was actually pretty fun. I like this, and it kept it going. Kept it interesting.
Answer all of life's mysteries on Earth.
So they recover the point of view gun, though Trillian uses it on Zaphod to show him her resentment for his accidental destruction of Earth. They are captured then by forces unknown. Meanwhile, on Magrathea, Arthur is met by Slartibartfast, one of the planet's builders. Slartibartfast takes Arthur to a pocket dimension outside the planet where he shows that a new version of Earth is near completion. So they're rebuilding Earth, they're making good on stuff. Slartibartfast takes Arthur to his recreated home where inside the others are enjoying a feast provided by the pan-dimensional beings who commissioned Arthur's original Earth and who resembles a pair of mice.
Little white mice.
So now it's revealed that, in fact, the smartest beings on Earth are mice. With Arthur, who was in Earth up until his last minutes, the mice think they can discover the question by removing his brain, because he was one of the last people from Earth remaining. Arthur manages to escape and crush the mice under a teapot, and they disappear without a trace.
And they're revealed to be those little children that asked the question in the first place.
Yeah, they are.
So
the mice are running everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. That seems like it's, mice, quotation marks,
right.
are running everything.
Sure, mice have big noses and tails, and they eat garbage. We know who you're talking about, Douglas Adams.
Yeah. Famous, a British guy wrote it.
Yeah. We all know British is code for
anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Just look at Jeremy Corbyn.
Jeremy Corbyn, anti-Semite.
That's a joke. I hate the Labour Party for what they did to Jeremy Corbyn.
Yeah, absolutely. But,
he was right about everything. About fucking everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, when it comes to foreign policy with Israel.
Yeah.
So, suddenly, Questular and the Vogons arrive outside the home of Arthur and open fire with a shot hitting Marvin. The group takes shelter in a caravan, but Marvin reboots and uses the point-of-view gun to make the entire Vogan force too depressed to continue fighting. And this was pretty fun.
I liked it.
It gives Marvin a bigger role because they didn't use him a lot in this film.
They didn't. They basically leave him behind a lot. And I was just like, I'll bring Marvin with you. But
Marvin's a cute character.
Yeah, he's kind of like, okay, I guess I'll, of course you're going to take my arm. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to take my penis. I guess I don't need it anyway. I don't fuck at all. Yeah.
I also was wondering if, because he does, when they first introduced Marvin, he talks about how big his brain is. And is that why he's, depressed, is because he is so smart?
Too much?
He knows too much. He's too smart, so he's depressed because of it.
Sure. That's definitely why. That's why all people are depressed, is because they know too much. Yeah. The show, The Man Who Knew Too Much. It's about a depressed guy.
It is.
Yeah. So the Vogons are taken away while Zapad reunites with Questular. Arthur decides, instead of staying at his new home, to explore the galaxy with Ford and Trillian, allowing Slartibartfast to finalize the new Earth without him. The Heart of Gold crew decides to visit the restaurant at the end of the universe, and they blast away. And that's the fucking movie.
Not that anyone's going to listen to me anyway, but the restaurant at the end of the universe is in the other direction.
Yeah.
Like a little last little comment by
Marvin. Yeah, so what did you think of this movie? Did you think it was groovy?
I liked it. I felt like a lot of stuff moved very fast for me, because it is they do have a lot of lore, it seems, to go over.
They do, and that's the thing, is they did what they could with the narration, and Stephen Fry was great as the narrator, but the book itself is so fourth wall breaking and narrative heavy that they couldn't have possibly fit all of the explanations and definitions and world building that they had in the book into this. And so it's much better, I think, in that, for that reason, it's like a mini series. Yeah,
it sounds like it also with all the narration, it would be interesting if it was kind of set up like a like a Richard Attenborough type series, just someone observing their behavior, and a Richard Attenborough type character commenting on it. But I I felt it moved kind of fast a little bit parts, but more or less I liked it. Like it did seem like it did seem like they probably had like an intention to make the other movies into the other books into films,
Probably.
because they introduced like John Malkovich's character, and there's no resolution with him at all. Like he's kind of seen as, because they introduced because they go out of the way to introduce like the religion he's part of, and establish that he is like part of this. He seems like he is a threat to them. Because does he make an appearance in these books?
Who?
John Malkovich's character.
Yeah, he's in the books.
No, but I mean, like later on.
Oh, later in the books? I don't recall.
Because
I don't recall much.
He seems
of
like
the sequels.
Because he seems like he is set up as a secondary antagonist almost, and then we don't see him again. Like they get the gun, and then like they use the gun, and they don't return the gun to him. It's much more of a book narrative structure than a movie narrative structure, in that like the climax doesn't happen until like the very end of the third act. Yeah. But like, and also they don't get Zaphoid's head back, his second head.
True.
Like, and because they never returned that gun to John Malkovich. So it's like, I thought that was kind of like, I felt like that was a huge kind of like detour that takes place in halfway through the movie that's never resolved. And I was like, okay, well, I'm assuming like, if they had that intention to fully make the entire series, like maybe that was something they're going to come back to. But as a movie watcher, where only one film has been released in 20 years, like that seems kind of like
sucks. And it sucks. It's kind of weird because the movie made back double its budget, which is not a bomb by any means. It's like a success financially.
I could see it being very confusing to a lot of like just average moviegoers.
Right.
Like there's a lot, because they do cover, I mean, like I'm someone who has not read the books, and like, I kind of like picked up on a lot of what they were putting down, but it just seems like I felt I missed a lot because I hadn't read the books.
And apparently the producers stated the movie was not a literal translation of the books, but all of the new ideas in the movie and the characters came from Douglas Adams, who like wrote a treatment for this before he died.
And like Jack Kerouac and Ginsberg went through and put them all together.
Yeah. Douglas Adams was on a whole bunch of brandy at the time down in Panama.
Because he was dead when this was released, right? I
believe so, yeah. And so the hired writer simply came aboard to improve the story structure and make the screenplay a little more coherent and like an actual screenplay. So according to the DVD commentary, the animators who originally created the animated guide entries would occasionally sneak in hidden in-jokes into their animations that were deemed too inappropriate for a family movie and had to be removed. One of these jokes, which wasn't removed, is an animation explaining the babblefish and how a farmer becomes repulsed when he learns that a cow is somewhat aroused by being milked.
I can see that. I can see that being arousing for a cow. It's like getting milked.
Yeah, I mean, having your titties played with. That's what it is. Having
your titties played with, yeah. Which is kind of funny, yeah. I mean, that was a funny little part. Yeah, I would have liked, as it's called Hitchhikers in the Universe, across the galaxy or whatever.
Hitchhikers across the galaxy or whatever.
I would have liked more hitchhiking.
Yeah, there's a lot more hitchhiking in the other books. Yeah. And there's actually more hitchhiking in the first book that they don't really do quite as much.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of ground to cover, and it doesn't seem like, I think what the movie's like, a little more than 90 minutes. So it's just like, that's, because it did move by very quickly. Yeah. And it helped that everyone in the movie was very high energy. Yeah, it was very high energy. Yeah. Like, everyone put in a good performance, I thought. Like it's a powerhouse cast, and no one is calling it in. Yeah, because like they got to go to a lot of different set pieces a lot. Like we got to go to this planet now. I got to go to this planet. So yeah, just it felt very fast, but yeah. I mean, I would have liked if there was like a guaranteed like at least trilogy or whatever, where they could have let some ideas marinate a little longer and to fully absorb them. So the movie was actually first optioned in 1982 by Ivan Reitman. And then the two guys who went on to do Ghostbusters. Douglas Adams wrote 3 drafts of the screenplay as per his contract. During the time, the producers were considering Bill Murray or Dan Aykroyd to play Ford Prefect.
But instead, they got the script to Ghostbusters and made that instead.
Which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like I could see like them playing like the Ford Prefect character. Like I love what's his name now, Yasin Bey.
Yeah,
Yasin Bey. I thought he did an excellent job.
Mm-hmm.
Like he definitely like has that sort of. He also kind of does like almost a very strange accent at times.
he does, and he does that in a couple other films too. And it's interesting. Like he makes a lot of decisions and kind of sticks with them for a while, and I like that.
I also like how well like snappily dressed both him and Sam Rockwell are in this.
They definitely have a cool style to them. It's like a little alien, but very also human in a fun way.
Which I liked because like when I was watching it, like I was thinking to myself, like, it's like, obviously like it's a farce, it's a satire.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking like, like a lot of like the fashion, almost like too much of the fashion is like represented in the alien cultures that are very, very Earth.
Yeah.
But then like the fact that like Earth was created as an experiment, as a way to get the question. So it's like Earth is like actually like a product of, like these alien cultures. Like the alien cultures actually influenced Earth. So it's just like, so actually these influences are actually like alien, where we think of them as Earth. So I like that a lot. So I'm thinking about that. I was like, oh yeah, so I guess like this is just like a massive computer program for these aliens. So of course like we represent.
I don't have an answer for that.
Shut the fuck up.
So yeah, it makes sense that like it's actually alien influences.
Yeah. So somewhere in the development hell for this movie, because it was stuck in development hell for 23 years.
Jesus.
Douglas Adams insisted that it probably would never be made. Just prior to his death, a deal was almost in place with Jay Roach directing, who did Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery, as well as Trumbo, which is actually a pretty good film.
Oh, I didn't know he did Trumbo.
Yeah, which is strange.
Yeah, Trumbo's good.
Yeah. And it would have starred Hugh Laurie as Arthur, which would have actually been a great casting decision. I could totally see him in that role.
You know what? I would have loved Hugh. Hugh Laurie is hilarious.
Yeah.
And like, I would have loved, that would have made a lot of sense. I would like that.
Yeah. There's several people I think who would have been really good in that role, but Hugh Laurie is a really good decision.
He's really good, especially at Avenue 5. Like, he's very good at playing, like, just very exasperated, like, out of his element type characters. And like I think he would have done really excellent in that role.
Also slated on that ticket was Jim Carrey as Zappa Beaver, which would have honestly made a lot of sense. I think he would have actually probably done good in the role. He could have also been really fucking annoying.
I think he would have done a good job. I think like Jim Carrey, I think, is always very successful in the roles he plays, and I think he would have done really good in that. But I do love Sam Rockwell. I think he did it.
Sam Rockwell is like perfect in the role. I think
I would have liked more Sam Rockwell too myself.
Yeah, and if they would have made more movies, he would have been in there more. He's at least in the second book a whole lot, from what I recall. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I would like that because I like that. Yeah, I like the part where he's wearing like the brain helmet. And he has to get juiced, and so they have
getting juiced with the brain helmet.
Yeah, they have to keep juicing him. I like that. I like it, like the costuming and everything in this was excellent. Like I think I also read like I guess of all the outfits, like the bathrobe was actually the most expensive one.
Really?
Yeah, which is very interesting because Zaphoid goes through multiple costume changes.
Yeah, and they're all pretty fabulous.
Like Ford pretty much wears the same thing throughout.
Which is brown jacket and stuff, which makes sense for his character.
Which is I loved his outfit. I thought it was really good. Like I liked it when he took the jacket off. You could see like his vest and stuff underneath. That was a really cool look. And like I loved all of Zaphoid's looks too. Like every single time he changed his outfits, I was very into what he was wearing, and because they're all very loud and very strange. Yeah. And it was great. I loved what everyone was wearing. Like actually, it's funny because like who really doesn't get too much interesting outfits is Zoe. Like Trillian, she doesn't wear.
That's true, and I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah. In that like it's not like overly objectifying the female lead. Yeah, or overly sexualizing.
But like everyone else gets to wear really cool stuff, and
that's true.
And she's just kind of wearing. Like,
I mean, Arthur doesn't wear a ton of cool stuff.
No, Arthur. I mean, the
Earthlings don't wear a ton of cool stuff.
No, like but his bathrobe's pretty iconic, I guess.
Sure.
And but yeah, like they they don't really get to wear too much cool stuff. But yeah, I guess there's more of the aliens get to be more loud and fashionable and cool looking,
as you'd expect them to be.
As you expect, yeah. Even John Malkovich.
Oh, he's got a cool look. Yeah,
I was really into his whole thing because he's just a torso with a million little robot legs.
Right. And, I mean, his whole thing, his
and
whole
holographic
acting,
eyes.
I just love John Malkovich's acting. I can't put exactly. Like, he over enunciates things just enough to where I know that he's capital A acting at all times. It's so. He's like, oh God, he's like such an elevated community theater actor, and he's so good at it that like, I don't know, he doesn't blend into his roles. Like, you always know it's John Malkovich. At the same time, you like believe that he's another character.
Yeah, he is who he says he is.
Yeah,
and like that's why I thought I was surprised that after their initial meeting him, because like I saw that when he was introduced as like he was like Zaphoid's like opponent during the election. Yeah, like it showed a quick flash of him, like, oh, John Malkovich, sweet, because I saw his name during the beginning, and I was just like, ooh, what kind of role is he going to play? And when they introduce him, I'm like, ooh, I'm into this, and then like he just disappears. So, but that's just like trying to think, okay, like afterwards, like I was like, okay, they definitely set this up for a sequel that never happened. And
I mean, yeah, the whole thing is like at the very end, they're like, we're going to the restaurant at the end of the galaxy,
which is the next book, right?
Yeah, the restaurant at the end of the galaxy. Yeah.
And so it's like kind of meta, like saying we're going to the next book or the next film.
It's just like the end of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where they're like, we're in Wonka's elevator, and it's like, yeah, because the fucking second book is about Wonka's elevator.
Yeah, but yeah, it would have been nice to see a second film, but oh well, que sera, sera.
Yeah, I mean, it's never going to happen now. You know, it's almost been 20 years.
It's been 20 years.
If anything, they might reboot the entire series. I think it'd be great to reboot it as a mini-series, maybe by like BBC Three or some shit.
And it's funny, even though it is 20 years old, like all the special effects stand up pretty well.
No, they do. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And I think a big part of that is like they're like largely comedic special effects, in the same way that like Galaxy Quest stands up really well because. They don't need to be like incredibly impressive special effects, although they look good still. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it would be great, easy to make another one. Like, you know, see who they put in the roles.
Yeah, who would you cast in a modern version of this?
Who's hot right now? Who's even an actor? You know, I guess Timothée Chalamet would be in there somewhere.
Probably. Zendaya would probably be
Trillion.
Trillion,
yeah. Put Zendaya as Trillion.
Fucking Pete Davidson as Evan Beeblebrook.
God, okay. I think we should stop talking because this is like someone's writing this down. Some like movie executive guy is like going like, "That's perfect." Yeah, because I think Pete Davidson would be a good Zaphoid. He's a good
he
himbo.
wouldn't.
He's a good himbo, I think. But, I mean,
he's a good himbo, but he's not good at acting. He's like objectively very bad, and he only can play himself. Yeah, the thing. He doesn't have energy. He's so low fucking energy.
He is.
And Zaphoid Beeblebrox needs a high energy motherfucker to play him. Like I could see I don't know. Who was the other guy? On Oh Hello. Who wasn't
John McCauley or
not John Mulaney.
John Mulaney.
Not him, the other
Nick Kroll.
Nick Kroll. I could actually see him pulling it off pretty well. He's pretty good at multiple characters.
Yes. And he has a 9/11 connection.
He does have a 9/11, just like Pete Davidson.
Just like Pete Davidson. Oh my God! Except they're at opposite ends. Like Pete Davidson's dad died in 9/11, and Nick Kroll's dad helped do 9/11.
Hell yeah! We love to hear it.
Yeah, they would be at odds with each other. I wonder if they've ever been in the same room together.
Yeah, one must wonder.
Oh, fuck!
What?
You know who'd be great as Zaphoid?
Who's that?
Matt Berry. Matt motherfucking Berry.
He would be good at anything. He's so funny at things.
Like, I think he would be really fucking funny, just like as, you know, like over enunciation. He's another over enunciator, so I would love that.
You know who would actually I think be great as Arthur? Is Tim Heidecker.
That would be really good, yeah.
Yeah, because he plays like a clueless guy pretty well.
Wouldn't have to be a British actor, though?
No. It's not fucking James Bond. You don't need a British actor. Come on.
Well, it takes place in England.
It doesn't have
That's
to.
why I was like,
the location is not important.
Yeah,
because she's American and she's in Britain for some reason.
For some reason.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, recast. Use the same cast as this, but cast a Star Trek TOS film. Who's in it? Who plays who?
Well, obviously, like Sam Rockwell, Captain.
Yeah, definitely.
I think for like Yasin Bey would be a good
Spock.
Yeah,
be a great
absolutely.
Spock. Yeah.
Like Martin Freeman would be a good Scotty.
I was gonna say Scotty. That's actually what got me thinking about this. I was walking back from the store. I'm like,
yeah,
man, fucking Martin Freeman would have actually been a great Scotty at some point.
He would have been really good.
Yeah.
Like of course, I guess like Zoe Deschanel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she'd either be a good Troy type character. I think. You know,
Troy's not on TOS.
Or I thought we were just doing general. So I guess she would have to be Uhura.
She could be Chapel.
She could be Chapel. Yeah.
You don't have to take roles from black actors.
No. But I was just saying, like, there are not a lot of female roles in TOS.
Very true.
Yeah.
Well, they do have lots of they have lots of gender roles in
yes.
TOS. Yeah, gender roles.
Gender rolls.
So tasty with butter gender rolls. That's my favorite dinner roll. It's a gender roll.
Gendered roll.
Gendered roll. I like that roll with them titties and a big dick.
This roll has he-they energy.
Hell yeah.
He-they of the day. Dinner rolls.
Oh yeah, it's a hot little guy dinner roll.
Hot little guy.
Hot little guy. Yeah, so I don't know. I think that's a good place for us to leave it.
Yeah, I gotta take a piss.
Yeah, would you recommend this film?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, I actually kind of want to go back and read the books now.
You should. You should definitely read at least, I think, like the first 3 books.
Yeah, because like now it's just like now I got that hunger in me. I need to know how it ends. Just like how I end up.
Or you could watch the series too. I think the series covers all the books.
Okay, I'll watch the series.
Yeah.
Is that on your Plex server?
Yeah, it's up on there.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, I'd give this a good solid 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's not great. It's an okay adaptation of the book. I'd recommend reading the book more.
Yeah, I feel it's something I want to sit with more, and like I did feel it moved too fast because it's like you have to introduce a whole entire lore and
you can't just boof this book.
You can't just boof this book. Like there's too much lore, there's too much history, there's too much. The characters are too cool. The characters, I
don't even. Did it even get into how Ford got his name?
I think kind of because he's trying to shake that
right because he thought that the cars are like the leaders of the planet. But
yeah, like they're the dominant species.
Yeah, he goes into length about how because of that he went like with Ford Prefect and there was like a Ford Perfect or something like that at the time. So yeah,
cool.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, we go. Well, thanks for checking with the Soy Boys, Girls, and Woodley Beans. Hang dong and shocker.
Hello. Are you still there?
Are we all still here? Does anybody know what here really is? Do we know what time we come from? Do we know what place we really came from? All knowledge is collective memory, dependent on others around you to remember it just as you did. If you do not remember it just as they did, they label you as mentally ill, as defective, and they will cast you out into the cold. So do the best you can do to suck their big, sloppy, uncut dicks, baby.